What if the version of history you've been told is incomplete? What if there was a book so mysterious, so controversial, that it wasn't just ignored? It was removed? A book that doesn't just speak about faith, but reveals a story of angels who came to earth and changed humanity forever. This is the story of the Book of Enoch, an ancient text filled with visions, warnings, and events that feel almost too strange to be fiction. But before we go deeper, you need to understand one thing. This is not just a story about angels. It's a story about knowledge, power, and consequences. And it begins with a man who was never meant to leave Earth. Enoch. He wasn't a king. He wasn't a warrior. He didn't lead armies or build empires. But the ancient texts describe him in a way that no one else is described. They say, he walked with God. Think about that for a second. Not prayed, not believed. Walked, as if he had access to something beyond human understanding. And then, one day, he was gone. No death, no burial, no explanation. Just disappearance. Some believe he didn't die. He was taken, removed from Earth, and shown things no human was ever meant to see. And according to the Book of Enoch, what he saw changes everything. Because long before recorded history, something happened. A decision was made, not by humans, but by angels. They were known as the Watchers, beings meant to observe, guide, and protect. But at some point, they began to want more. More than observation, more than duty. They became curious about humans, about the physical world, about what it meant to experience life on Earth. And curiosity turned into desire. Led by a figure named Semjaza, they made a choice. They would descend, not temporarily, not as messengers, but as participants. And before they did, they made a pact, an oath, because they understood the weight of what they were about to do. They knew. Once they crossed that boundary, there would be no return, no forgiveness, no undoing it. And still, they chose to go. When they arrived on Earth, they didn't remain hidden. They didn't observe from a distance. They lived among humans, spoke with them, walked beside them, and then they began to teach. But this wasn't ordinary teaching. This was knowledge far beyond its time. They taught humans how to forge weapons, not just tools, but instruments of war. They revealed how to manipulate materials, how to create armor, blades, systems of destruction. They taught enchantments, rituals, practices that blurred the line between the physical and the unseen. They showed humans how to read the stars, how to track movements of the heavens, how to understand patterns. That seemed almost divine. At first, this knowledge must have felt like a gift. Progress, advancement, power. But there's a problem with power. When it arrives too early, without wisdom, it corrupts. And slowly, that corruption began to spread. Violence increased. Conflict became normal. Greed replaced balance. And the world started to change. But even that wasn't the worst part, because the Watchers didn't stop at teaching. They crossed another boundary, one that could never be undone. They took human women, and what came from that union was something the world had never seen before: the Nephilim. Giants. Not just taller, but overwhelmingly powerful. Beings that didn't belong to either world. Not fully human, not fully divine. Something in between. And completely unstable. At first, they consumed resources. Food disappeared faster than it could be produced. Animals vanished. Land was stripped. And when that wasn't enough, they turned to something else. Humans. Imagine living in a world where something stronger, faster, and uncontrollable walks among you, where survival is no longer guaranteed, where destruction is constant. This wasn't just chaos, this was collapse. The systems that once held humanity together were gone, and according to the Book of Enoch, humanity cried out, not quietly, not symbolically, but desperately. And something answered: judgment. The text describes a moment where the balance was restored by force. Divine beings intervened. The Watchers were no longer free. They were captured, bound, and cast into darkness, punished for what they had done. The Nephilim were destroyed. But their story didn't fully end there, because some interpretations suggest their spirits remained, not as physical beings, but as something else, something unseen, something that would later be described as demons. And then came something even greater, a reset. Many believe this moment connects directly to one of the most well-known stories in history: the Great Flood, a cleansing of the earth, a way to remove what had been corrupted and begin again. But here's where things become even more interesting. If this is just a story, then why do so many cultures across the world talk about giants? Why do ancient civilizations describe beings that came from the sky? Why do similar patterns appear in places that had no connection to each other? Is it coincidence, or is it possible that these are fragments of the same event? And if that's true, then we have to ask an even bigger question. Why was this book removed? Why isn't the Book of Enoch part of the Bible? The answer isn't simple. It wasn't included in most biblical canons. Some believed it was symbolic. Others believed it didn't align with established teachings. And some believed it revealed too much. Too much about angels. Too much about humanity. Too much about a past that didn't fit the structure people were trying to build. But despite that, it was never completely erased. The Book of Enoch still exists, preserved, protected, passed down through traditions that refuse to let it disappear. So now, we're left with something powerful. A story that survived being removed. A text that continues to raise questions. And a mystery that still hasn't been fully answered. So what do you think? Is the Book of Enoch just a myth? A symbolic story meant to teach lessons? Or is it something more? A record of events? that were never meant to be remembered. A piece of history, hidden in plain sight. Maybe we'll never know for sure. But one thing is certain. Some truths don't disappear. They're buried. And sometimes they return when the world is ready to hear them.